Finally got some blue skies in Okinawa the day I leave the beach, which is annoying, but it's nice. I'm gonna take a walk, maybe 1 hour. Gonna take the back streets through to a place called Jinjo Cho, which is famous for having like old streets, and you know, there's a big old castle near there called the Shurijo Castle, so I'll go check that out on foot, and hopefully find some cool things on the way, like this massive lobster. Even though Naha is obviously incredibly developed by huge hotels, which you can see probably all around me, you still do have these nice little Okinawan traditional houses with the old roofs, which is nice to see. I really love these cool, winding indoor markets. You tend to find them in countries with heavy monsoon seasons or rainy seasons. They're really cool, winding alleys. Some of them are quite commercial, but most of them are just these mum and pop kind of stores. Quite raggedy, quite old school. And you can always find something cool. If you want to find the sort of, I don't know, Blade Runner-esque 1990s Hong Kong kind of vibe, these kind of markets, definitely the places to explore. This neighborhood is really beautiful. Really cool views over the valley. Kind of gives it the feeling of like a Mediterranean or South American town. Really cool. So many different types of buildings. There's like zero consistency, which I love. So this is the Jinjo Cho stone street. It's as old as the castle, which is, we'll check out later. But this area, I was reading, by some miracle, was almost completely undamaged during the Battle of Okinawa, which of course was the final battle in the Second World War. I feel like I've almost become American in my sensibilities when it comes to history. Because in Japan, it's very rare to find a place that feels genuinely this old, especially in Tokyo. So this is really cool. So this sign here, this stone tablet, is saying that this street is one of Japan's top 100 roads. So this is Shurijo Park, which is where the castle is. So this behind me is called Rokokumon. Mon means gate, and I just read Rokoku means water clock. So on the top of the gate, which is still being reconstructed after a fire a few years ago, they would use dripping water to measure time, and then time would be announced by drum over the city. So along with that Rokoku, there is also a sundial, but the sundial was only used to show midday, and the Rokoku clock was used for more exact times. So it was destroyed in the Battle of Okinawa, like most things, but here is the 2000 reconstruction. So I thought for some reason it was free, because we'd got pretty far in without having to buy a ticket, but I just had to, and it's 400 yen to get into the next bit. So on Halloween 2019, the castle burnt down, and it's not going to be fixed up until 2026. So throughout the park you can see their efforts to reconstruct and recreate and salvage. For example, here is the old dragon heads which sat atop the castle gate. Shame, eh? So that was Shurijo Castle Park, which I definitely recommend, even if you're not a history buff, just because the views from at the top are the best I think you're going to get in Naha. You can see both oceans, the East China Sea and the Pacific, and the whole city. It's really, really cool.